Okay, folks, welcome back to Three's End. Grab a cup of coffee with me, and I'll tell you a little bit about Remo the Magnificent. In late 70s, I'm thinking 77, 78 for sure, early 78, but I'm thinking late 77. 25th received this new squadron commander. I think Gary Kopecki gave him the name Remo the Magnificent because, as it turned out, he ran a squadron like a three-ring circus. It was just one goat rope after another with him in command. At any rate, I kind of got crossways with him early on. I had gone to safety at that time, and I had to submit a report of an over-G, and he didn't think I should, so we kind of went back and forth on that. Well, I didn't have any choice. It was a reportable incident and so forth. Okay, fine. So here I am kind of sitting on his list of not favorite people, I suppose. And this one afternoon, I go up to the officers club for lunch. And I see a bunch of the guys sitting around the table, and Remo's sitting at the head of the table holding court. So I walk up, set my tray down, and settled in. And what he was talking about was redesigning the controlled bailout area advance. Now, our controlled bailout area at that time was 15 miles away, and it was out in the middle of a wheat field, so no one was going to get hurt. At any rate, a controlled bailout area is where you have an aircraft that you're not going to be able to land for some reason or another, and you're going to have to bail out. It's a controlled bailout. Usually at 2,000 feet is above the ground is where we'd stabilize if you had to do it. Okay, fine. So he's starting to explain his idea. He said, I would think we would be better off if we flew up initial in a controlled bailout situation, and at a designated point, the instructor pilot would command the student to bail out first, and then the IP would take the outboard engine. Now, what we're talking about is away from the base. Bring it to idle and then shut it down so that the airplane then would kind of roll off toward the wheat fields out there. And that way, if a pilot was injured, we could get to him a lot quicker and yada, 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 so forth. He says, so what do you guys think about that? Well, everybody was kind of looking at each other. And I said, well, sir, I said, I think that's a great idea. I said, matter of fact, I don't have anything to do right away when I get back to the office there in flight safety. I'll call the Northrop engineers and have them start working on a new design so we can shut the engines down from the back seat. Right now, it'd be a little bit tricky. Well, having been shown up like that did not endear me to him very well too much that day. And he just sat there and kind of glared at me. But the other guys were just sitting there snickering like crazy. Anyway, that was my my lunch date with Remo that day. Ooh. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well this silly season. Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you again soon.